It's Sunday, it's about midday. I went to a wedding yesterday, which was amazing. Lucy and Josh, congratulations. Josh, I didn't say goodbye to you properly at the end of the evening. I will get back to you, I will. I'll make it up to you. So yeah, here we are, the relentless life of doing indie writing. It's okay though, because we've got coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee!
Main thing's cat food.
Paprika.
Does it deserve to be shit on creatively? Yeah, that's right. I agree with your look of horrified realization. You can be very inconsiderate sometimes.
This used to say nuclear war and Brexit, but someone's been sensible, or maybe someone else has been told off, and now it just says wet weather, which is what it is today. It's awful wet weather. Hi. This is Quakers Friar. It's an old Quakers building. It used to be the registry office in Bristol. Now it's a Brasserie Blanc, as you can see. I worked in it for a bit, but this isn't the interesting bit. So this is the intro. That's Cutler's, and that's Baker's. And Baker's is well, it's what they've called their function. Baker's is a 12th century friary, and Cutler's goes back to the 13th century. But my favourite bit is that this plane tree here, this was planted when they made Baker's. So this plane tree is well over 800 years. It's right opposite in the background, you can't see it, but just beyond it is an apple shop. About as high tech as it gets. I worked for Brasserie Blanc for a while, just under a year, and I had a really good time there. And I used to eat my lunch up there in Baker's, which is a huge, great big hall. You should go up and check it out. Like blag your way in or something, and just read books, just in total silence. It was real solace. The sun came out. And cut. As you may or may not have guessed, this vlog, it's called a vlog, you know, it's not a series of short films, and the reason for that is that a lot of it's filmed on the fly. So there's a whole section that we filmed where I was a bit drunk, and I mean, we're talking about a few days ago now. It's now Wednesday morning at 3 AM. I've just picked some people up from Luton Airport, and I've taken them home to Bath, and now I'm driving back from Bath to Bristol. I mean, none of that's essential information, but I guess it sets the scene. Basically, I forgot one of the golden rules of writing, because these vlogs are they're meant to be a story as well, in a sense, is that never do it when you're drunk, and don't talk about when you're drunk, because it's never funny to anybody else except for you. You know, so I'm going to attempt to crystallise my thoughts on flights so far, right now, so that I can get it done and edited for today. So mainly what I want to say is that it's a postmodern novel, and maybe I have a new appreciation for the postmodern novel. Maybe Flights has opened the Flights has opened the postmodern novel up for me, in a sense that I now kind of understand what it's about a little bit more. So I've read a few different postmodern novels. I guess what we might say about a postmodern novel is that it doesn't appear, I'm going to say postmodern again, postmodern. It doesn't appear to have a plot in any kind of conventional sense. It appears to be lots of sort of meditations or thoughts thrown together into one collection. In a sense, Flights is a collection of short stories strung together by the narrator in between them all, who I would imagine is Olga herself. So why wasn't it presented as a short story collection? Well, that's a good question. I mean, could you call it a collection of short stories? Probably, yeah. Do I really care about what it is? Not really. I really enjoyed it. It's a beautifully written book. It's got some amazing passages in it. In particular, you'll know the passage if you read it, but there's a moment where one of the main characters, Blau, from one of the short stories, I guess, is able to inspect a cat which has been stuffed after its death, the family cat, and he is amazed at the detail of this particular preservation of this particular cat. It's an amazing scene, and it's beautifully written. But going back to what I think that postmodernism is, in a sense, I guess, because we live in a complicated world now that, you know, isn't capable of sustaining a narrative. You know, it's not simple enough to say those are the good guys and those are the bad guys anymore. We live in quite a different world. We're sort of a bit more wise to that now. Maybe the postmodern novel is something which is important with respect to that. I don't know. Have a think about it, you know? Maybe go and read the book or something. I don't know. Go and find something which forces you to meditate over one or two things, like travel and preservation of bodies. Oddly enough, those two things go together, it seems. Is it a novel? Well, it's something new, but then what does novel mean? It means new. So where do we end up? I'm not even sure whether I'm smart enough to answer that question, so I'm just going to say go and buy the book. It's really good.